Very little acting is required. If you're being thrown down a river, you're just being thrown down a river. I get dragged a bunch in the pouring rain that's supposed to be blood, and that was like pretty hardcore.
And then I saw the movie, and it was a couple seconds, but that was like hours of me, like, can I
Don't
say
die.
shitting myself?
Yeah, like,
I was
don't
shitting
die.
myself. Yeah, don't die.
There she is, West Tower Observation Post. Your home for the next 365 days. There is no outside communication here.
What's that on the other side?
That is East Tower. Contact with the other side is strictly forbidden.
So what's the mission? To keep people from going in the gorge?
No. You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out.
What the hell is that?
The gorge is the door to hell. And we're standing guard at the gate.
So, Miles, this is your first time in Brazil.
It is.
And you have already been here before. Yeah. How is the trip so far? Have you already done anything?
I've seen mostly the hotel because it was a very long flight from California, and we got in yesterday. But I had some very good steak last night, and I love steak.
Mm-hmm. And
so I was excited for that.
Your relationship with the fans here.
It's so great. It's such an exciting, because of the timing of it, this tends to be like the first thing that you do when you're getting on a press cycle, and it just sustains you for such a long time because the passion is heavenly.
Oh, that's amazing. So I have to ask you, if you had the chance to hide something into the gorge and never see it again, what would it be?
Ooh.
Bring something to the gorge?
Hide something.
Oh,
hide or bring?
Hide something.
Hide something in the gorge. Deepest, darkest secrets. I'd throw my fear into the gorge. I would like to never be afraid again. Just throw my fear into it.
I have so much crap I need to get rid of. I think that's just
the
a part.
practicality.
And I'm not. I used to be sentimental. I've realized I'm really not. So I would get rid of 90% of my things. Possessions.
Did you keep a lot of call sheets when you first started working?
Yes.
I kept everyone.
Because my mom told me to, and now I'm like...
Now at this point, it's like, this is getting crazy. Yeah.
So...
And my taxes.
That's good.
My fear and my insecurities, they can go.
Oh.
Never want to see them again.
I guess I took it in a
really
very
different answers.
I'm like, I got some old furniture.
So, you have really intense action scenes on this movie. Skydiving, climbing mountains.
Yeah.
What was the scariest or most physically challenging thing to do? Did you learn anything to this movie?
We did a bunch, so all of those sets are practical, and we're either shooting them on location or in sound stages, which is so much fun because A, you get to learn new skills, and B, like, very little acting is required. If you're being thrown down a river, you're just being thrown down a river. There was one, but I get dragged a bunch in the pouring rain that's supposed to be blood, and that was like pretty hardcore. That was a soggy week.
And for me, it's earlier in the film, but we shot some exterior locations in Norway, and I had to do a pretty solid hike, and then I had to kind of traverse across this like waterfall, and I had a kind of a safety wire. But that was, kind of. And when you watch it, and then I saw the movie, and it's a couple seconds, but that was like hours of me, like, can I say shitting myself?
Yeah, like,
I was
don't
shitting
die.
Yeah, don't die. But if I do die, make sure it's in focus.
Cool. Make sure it looks cool.
So the movie. So the watchtowers, they are really isolated, and you are both isolated on the movie. But how did you explore to create such a connection between you two?
We started off as friends, and I think was something different for both of us. Like, I've usually done movies where either I don't know the people yet, or I've like known them from afar. Whilst with this, Miles and I have been friends for a long time.
Oh, you're talking about the movie.
Wait, what?
I thought you were referring to me as
with this. With this, I found it super easy. It was just a good time. That really helped because you already come in and you have a shorthand, a level of trust, a level of care, and it just helps you do your job.
truth about this place? What's the truth about the gorge?
And I think, just for me personally, I think anytime you're working with somebody and you know that they are in a relationship outside of the filming,
Yeah.
but you're in a relationship in your real life,
Yeah.
or sorry, in the movie, and you have to have the fact that, you know, Anya's friends with my wife, and you know, and we know Malcolm, and so there was that. There's just this kind of trust and comfortability that I think, you know, plays on screen.
Oh, that's amazing. And you are just doing lots of action movies recently. Why the Gorge is different from the others that you've done?
I think because it does genre bend so much. You know, you begin thinking that it's one film, and then we thrust you into another film, and then just as you're getting comfortable there, we thrust you into a different film. And you're following these two people that hopefully at this point you care about. I think that felt very graceful, the way that we moved from one to the other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's it, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
This place is evil.